Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania Live. So great to have you with us, folks, for this Monday, the 26th day of August, the year 2019. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew L. Perry. Yes, indeed, as always, coming alive and at you from the busy streets, which is New York City. And today I'm speaking to you from Flushing Meadow, Queens, by City Field, of course. And of course, the U.S. Open is tonight. Starting the 2019 U.S. Open. U.S. Open as it get underway an hour from now. As I chat to you, what is happening in the world of sports. We have a lot to do. This weekend. I hope you guys have a tremendous weekend. You know, this is by far my favorite time of the year. Of course, we have plenty to do. We will recap the college football games that happened this past Saturday, I should say, with Miami and Florida. My thoughts on that. Arizona, I would do my best to get into Arizona, Hawaii. Andrew Luck, we got to touch on Andrew Luck. A lot to do. We'll try to get a little bit more time than we should. But let's start off with the Mets, as I feel like it's appropriate at this time because the Mets is right by Citi Field, and let's just call it the way we see it, ladies and gentlemen. The Mets got their ass kicked. The Mets just flat out got their ass kicked. And the reason why they got their ass kicked is because two words that comes to mind. Missed opportunities. If you watch the game from Friday to Sunday, yes, they scored 5 points on Saturday. But outside of that, they didn't do nothing. And Friday, to me, hurts the most because Friday they had a chance to win after Jacob deGrom. And by the way, seriously, and this goes back to 20 since Jacob deGrom been on the team. How many times when Jacob deGrom go deep in games, and how many times we see Jacob deGrom go deep in games, and they do not count, they do not give him no offense. They give him no offense whatsoever. How many times we have seen that? Yeah, game after game after game after game after game after game. And thank goodness, Jacob deGrom hasn't said nothing, but I'm pretty sure this is on his mind. It's like, man, he hit a home run, he pitched his ass off, but the Mets didn't capitalize at all. But then give kudos to the Atlanta Braves, and the Atlanta Braves look more like the early 90s Atlanta Braves when they just kicked the Mets ass all over the place in the late 98 to the year 2001 when the Mets just couldn't get over the hump with the Atlanta Braves. And look, Sam Darnold said, you know, when you make the Mets just made a big mistake. You know, Steven Matz did not pitch well, obviously, and give up too much home runs, give up two solo homers to Sam Darnold, who by the way, one of the premier hitters in the league, still, you know. And we all know Freddie Freeman is your modern day Triple Jones. No, nothing else needs to be said. But let's and they couldn't touch Dallas Keuchel. Dallas Keuchel was playing Where's Waldo against the Mets all game yesterday, and the Mets couldn't touch him. And you know, and that's not all. A lot of mental mistakes. If the Mets going to make the playoffs this year, there's a lot of things the Mets got to capitalize the Mets have to capitalize a lot on. They got to do a better job with runners in scoring position. When you don't want when it's two freaking strikes. Be aware of what's going on. I don't care if the runners in scoring position. Aaron Rosario has been hitting the bat since the All-Star hitting the bat. Has been putting the ball in play since the All-Star game, and you let him bat. You let him butt. But poor job. I don't know who idea was it, but it was a poor job in either way. Now, Jeff McNeil. I love Jeff McNeil, and Jeff McNeil has been sensational. Welcome back. I'm sorry. Even though it was a great play, in my view, I think it was a bad job on Jeff McNeil's part, because you can't get thrown out on third base. You cannot get thrown out on third base. Runs in that particular moment, it was very important, and you cannot get thrown out on third base. That's a big no. So a lot of things you got to capitalize, and that's one of the missed opportunities that you've seen last week. You've seen this past one for the weekend. But here are the facts. Listen, they got to capitalize. They got to hit. Here's the bottom line. The Mets back got cold. And here's two things that you take out of it. A, the Braves are a much better team than the Mets. Anybody who watched baseball this year, everybody knows. Any Met fans are not going to admit it, but the Braves are just a better team. There's no way around it. Otherwise, the Braves wouldn't hold the division and won't have one of the best records. They have the second best record in the league, in the National League. Now, as I mentioned, the Mets got to capitalize on capitalize and do a better job in runners in scoring position. That means you can't get thrown out on third base. You cannot give up outs. You got to put the ball in play, and you got to be aware of what's going on. You have to be aware of what's going on in the position. If the Mets were to do either one of them, they might win. They would have won Friday. I think they would have won Friday. I think they try to do too much, and I think they got to calm down. And Pete Alonso is having a tremendous season. You got to wake him up a little bit. Jeff McNeil got to wake up a little bit, and Wilson Ramos has to play every day. Rene Rivera, welcome back. We don't need to see more from you anymore. We don't need to see you. Put him in bench. Put him in the bench when we need him. But the reason why I put every day Wilson Ramos every day, because Wilson Ramos will hit every single day and put the ball in play every single day. He came yesterday. Wilson Ramos came for a pitch hit, and you know what he did? He gave his winning streak. Continued by hitting a single to right, and could have helped the Mets made a comeback if it wasn't for that weak. It wasn't for that Joe Puttick weak, ground out. So it is what it is. It was a kick in the gut. Now you gotta throw that away. You gotta throw that away, because you have the Cubs come to town, and here's what you have to do for the Mets: win. Because if they would have got, and let's be honest, I think this is a bigger series. This is going to be a telling series more than being one the Atlanta Braves, because let's be honest, there wasn't beating the Atlanta Braves. They wasn't winning they weren't winning the series against the Atlanta Braves anyway. So let's. I'm not gonna go too crazy. However, this is the series they gotta win. If the Mets gonna make the playoffs, this is the series they have to win. They have to at least win 2 out of 3 against the Braves. A sweep is national is unlikely because the Cubs is too good. The Cubs are too good, and plus the Cubs is chasing the St. Louis Cardinals, who is 1.5 back in the loss column in the National League Central, and that National League Central is going to go up and down, and so the Mets are in the pennant race. The Mets could get back into the pennant race, but they got to do it. But to me, they have to do a better job. They have to do a better job defensively. They have to not defensively. You got to do a better job in runners in square position and defensively too. JT Davis, you can't throw. I understand you can't throw the ball. You can't hold the ball too long. You got to make a decision right away. Even if the man get cut off, you still got to get rid of that ball. Defensively, they got to do a better job. They got to do a better job. There's a lot of things they got to capitalize. So it's about making adjustment, and I think defensively is fine. And it's continuing to give us this run. Now they got to get back into the winners against a very slumpy Chicago Cubs. I don't think they stink. I think they're slumpy. They're very slumpy, to say the least. So I will definitely say that. But this is a big series more than anything because they're chasing the Cubs. Yeah, game and a half back of the Chicago Cubs, and the Chicago Cubs is the one thing you got to worry about from here on out. Not the Milwaukee Brewers. Do you really trust the Philadelphia Phillies? Probably, absolutely not. So. If you're the Mets, you really gotta go after the Cubs, and let's just see how things pan out as this season goes along. And we are with 1 month to go in the regular season in baseball. So that's where we are as far as the Mets go. As far as the Yankees, taking 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. Hey, there's not much need to say about the Yankees. The Yankees continue to be sensational. Hey, listen. The starting pitching is always going to be suspect. It's always going to be suspect. We could go up and down about what the Yankees got to do in the postseason. You got to worry about what they're going to do in the postseason. What they got to do in the postseason. What are they going to do? Listen. Just straighten it out right now, and let's see how far it goes. Because from this point forward, the Yankees have no big game to play. They have a cushion lead. I know we see leads blown in the last couple of years. So if I'm the Yankees, you got to go for the kill. You got to wrap up the division as quickly as possible. Get to 100 wins, because that's where they're heading at right now. Get to 100 wins and play a game in October. And let's just see how things pan out. Now, so that's where we are with the Yankees. Let's go around the league for a second. Look at the Washington Nationals. Okay, this Washington Nationals team has been very solid throughout the postseason.
Hello? What? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up? I was like, what's this? Yeah, I am. Huh? Oh, I'm at the park. I'm at the park just